Hi, my name is Monica and welcome to Guru Grit, place for learning. We love to learn and ask all the questions about what are we doing here and how does the world work, and in my opinion, everyone deserves to know how the world really works. This is why I do this work. So I addressed in a previous video about financial abundance and having fear around manifesting financial abundance. So in this video, I'm going to give a more energetic kind of flow to that, and hopefully we can soothe each other in the process. So if you have any questions, feel free to email me at gurugritinfo@gmail.com. If you want them answered in person, like through a video, specifically to your case, leave a bit of detail. If you're just interested in learning in general, then go find me on TikTok under Guru Grit. I go live frequently and we have a lot of fun on those lives, and I tend to get carried away and they last quite a while, so it's always a party. Now, when we consider wealth and what it means to be wealthy, rich, prosperous, abundant, etc., affluent, we all have a different definition, every individual. You could say, oh, it's to have a lot of money, or it's to have a nice family, it's to have a lot of love. But if you break it down, one person will value 10 things differently than this person values their 10 things, and so forth. So to sit here and try to go through every possible meaning of wealth, it's just irrelevant. Let's just get to the energetic core of how we can utilize that for ourselves. So firstly, when you're discussing manifesting wealth, figure out what that means to you and what that doesn't mean to you. Wealth for me is primarily non-material. So my family, my friends, good company, really good food, just the experience, that bonding. But materially, it's things that money does get, which is convenience, in my opinion. So, if I don't have a ride to the airport, I don't have to stress. I just get a car service, get an Uber or something. It's easy. Hey, I really need this thing tomorrow and I have an extra $10, $15. Great. I'll put that towards the fast shipping. I love fast shipping. That's great. So money can be convenience. Money can be designer bags. Money can be a fleet of Rolls Royces or multiple homes or castles in Scotland or something. But this is the point. It gets to mean whatever it means to you, and you don't have to justify yourself to anyone, including yourself. You get to want what you want. If you write me, you say, Monica, I grew up poor, that's what I want. Just tell me what you want. I'm not bothered why you want it. You don't have to write an explanation, a whole scroll that the town crier has to read out. You get to want what you want. Isn't that wonderful? Give yourself permission. I make permission slips now, so you can write to me my P.O. box. And, I'll stamp it as accepted. It's approved. So, you get to have permission to want what you want. The next thing to note is wealth has a vibration. So oftentimes we think to be wealthy, you have to do a lot. You have to be a really good person or a really rotten person, depending on who you ask. But in fact, the people who have the most do the least in our society because they leverage their energy. You can think, no, it's because they got an economics degree from London School of Economics. They know what they're doing. No. This has nothing to do with intellect. None at all. At the start of, some of these billionaires dropped out of high school, and some of them were utterly unemployable for many years. I think Jack Ma, couldn't give it away, could not get a job, no matter what he did. They leverage energy. They understand something. So, you can do it too, because energy flows and goes everywhere and anywhere. You have just as much access as anyone else. That's the first thing to understand. Secondly, is there's no moral compass for the way that these things work. So usually people think, I have to be really good and work really hard to get this thing. But also, those people who have a lot of that thing, they're bad people. They're very, very bad people. So you can't feel poor and get rich. That's the first thing. And secondly, you cannot honestly say that you hate rich people, but you want to be one of them. That's very, very contradictory, because you're going to hate what you become. And whatever you feed your subconscious, bugs, is exactly what you get. So you should enjoy the process of becoming wealthy. Enjoy financial freedom, the process of financial freedom. So en route to financial freedom, I guess this video is just kind of like to get you to think differently about wealth. Now, being honest with oneself is very, very important. So, let's think about things like wealth is a vibration. like anything else. That's why anybody can access us, even seemingly overnight. Their fortunes change. Just like lightning. Just coming out of nowhere, boom, and everything's done forever. So, you can do that. But let's think about incremental day-to-day things. What vibration are you putting out to the world when you live your daily life? When you're at work, do you steal supplies? If you can afford a stack of napkins for $4 at your grocery store, do you just take it from work because you're like, well, why would I pay for them? They're their corporation, they can afford it. It's like, yeah, I'm not arguing with you, but they are not my business. I don't care what they do. I don't care what they're worth. My business is your vibration. Your vibration is saying to the universe that you can't go and drop the $4, even though you're employed, on a stack of napkins. Right? I'm not talking about like people in dire situations. Okay, we're not going to get into extremes. We're talking about day-to-day things that we program ourselves to think is like acceptable. If someone pays for your coffee, do you pay it forward when you have the chance? Keep things in circulation. Money enjoys circulating. It doesn't like to sit stagnant. So, do you circulate generosity? Are you generous? Are you generous? When someone calls you and they're upset and in distress, do you sit and actually listen to them? Give them your presence? Really be present with them? Are you listening to them? Or are you thinking about getting off the phone? Are you invested in them? Are you generous? Do you have generosity of spirit? Are you generous with your time? Are you generous with your emotions, your affection, your love? Those things can activate wealth. Same as taking things that you're perfectly able to manage without and managing in other ways signals to the universe that you think money is hard to come by, you're somehow entitled to struggling or entitled to small thinking, and it just keeps you locked in that vibration. It's very, very interesting. Here's another one. Do you tell the truth when given the chance? It's very interesting, isn't it? So if a friend calls and they say, what do you think of my new partner? And you're like, yeah, they're all right. And really you think, oh, you did amazing. Or really they think, you know what? I'm not really sure. I'd have to meet them one more time. Sure, just tell the truth in that case, because you might steal their peace of mind. You might steal their confidence. Do you bully people? Do you rob them of their inner peace? That is not the vibration of wealth. It's very, very fascinating. Now, if you're interested in learning more, there was a wonderful teacher I've talked about before in previous videos by the name of Louise Hay, and she did this amazing recording on wealth, and she said, don't steal paper clips from your office. Be on time. When you meet up with someone, how many people you know are chronically late? You're stealing other people's time. You're telling the universe you're cheap with your time. So if you're cheap with literally anything, why would it give you more of something? We always think when we're manifesting that to manifest we have to be on that subject, but I disagree. I really do. I've seen this in my own experience, and this is what I teach because I believe it's true. If you want money, you can manifest money by thinking positively about any other topic. Likewise, you think negatively about any other topic, you're holding this manifestation back from coming into your life. So you think, but I worked so hard. Why haven't I been promoted? Why am I not making an extra $10,000 or something like that? It's like, right, and every weekend when you go for drinks on Friday night with your friends, you're always half an hour late. Everyone's waiting for you. You always say you call people back and you never mean it. They're waiting on you. Do you see? It's like a transferable skill. It goes and flows everywhere. So start to consider yourself, I'm abundant in time. When someone calls and I have the time to talk to them, I talk to them in full. I let them finish their sentences. They have my full attention. I actually listen to them speak. When I go somewhere, I leave ample time to leave the house. I'm always on time. I respect others. I expect to be respected. When you park, do you take up 2 spots so no one scratches your car? What you do when you do that is you're signaling to the universe that you don't trust other people. And if anyone's car is going to get keyed or scratched, it's going to be yours. When you park your car, park it like anybody else. What you say to the universe is, I expect everybody to treat me and my possessions as well as I treat myself and others. Just some food for thought on this wonderful Friday. It's been a pleasantly eventful Friday for me in my life. I was thinking a lot about, I had a very good phone call this morning. My friend called me from Germany, so we talked, had a very nice long conversation. I gave her my full attention. She gave me, as always, her full attention. She's always generous with her love, always ethical in everything she does. So when I thought, hey, Financial Friday, I'm going to answer that money question, this came into mind right away. I thought, yes, absolutely. I'm going to talk about safety pins and paper clips from the workplace and parking spots and all that stuff, you know? Do you bicker with people in traffic because you feel powerless? You want to hunt them down in your car and stress them out or something because they made a turn there or they didn't signal or something. You're robbing them of their equilibrium, of their inner peace. So why should wealth come to you? Wealth comes to people who are steady and stable in their vibration, who are generous in themselves. So all you need to do is go forth, be generous in yourself, be generous to yourself and others, and hopefully, A, you'll just be happier in life in general, and B, you'll actually be able to attract forms of wealth that resonate with you, that make you feel good. So either way you win, because you live a happier life, or you live a happier life and get rich, so you can't lose. So thank you so much for being here. Wow, that's a win-win situation. I really like that. That felt good. I enjoy that. So go ahead and you can look me up on TikTok, look at my articles on medium.com, write to me, let me know if you have any questions, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Who knows what I'll talk about, but I know for a fact I always have fun. So I hope you enjoy this, and I'll see you next time. I hope you all have a beautiful weekend. Bye-bye.